Let's talk about one of the biggest headaches in education: grading. What if AI could actually solve it? Today, we're diving into a platform called ExamGrader.AI, and it makes a pretty bold promise to completely revolutionize the way we grade exams. Okay, so this question right here, this probably hits home for a lot of educators. The endless stacks of paper, the late nights, the pressure to get fair, useful feedback back to students quickly. This is the exact pain point that a tool like ExamGrader.AI is built to address. So before we jump into the AI solution, let's just take a second to really break down the problem. What are the challenges of traditional grading that we're all so familiar with? Yeah, this list probably looks pretty familiar. First off, it's an absolute time sink. Then there's the struggle to stay consistent, making sure the 100th paper gets the same level of attention as the first. And all of this leads to a super slow feedback loop for students and, let's be honest, a massive burden for educators. All right, so we've laid out the problem. So what's the proposed fix? Well, no surprise here. The answer lies in technology. Let's dig into the AI-powered solution at the center of all this. And here it is, ExamGrader.AI. At its core, it's designed to do three things really well: automatically evaluate answers, give feedback almost instantly, and, this is the crucial part, turn all that data into actionable insights for both teachers and students. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the mechanics of how this platform gets the job done. They've boiled it down to a really simple three-step process. First, you upload the files. Second, the AI does its evaluation. And third, you get back a really detailed performance analysis. So let's start at the beginning, with the upload. Step one is just getting the student work into the system. And right away, you can see it's built for flexibility. You can use PDFs, images, scan docs, pretty much whatever you have. And that bulk upload capability, that's an absolute game changer when you're dealing with an entire class worth of exams. Now, step two is where the magic really happens. The AI uses something called optical character recognition, or OCR, to read typed text. But here's the really impressive part. It also has advanced tech to recognize handwriting. From there, the AI evaluates the answers, scores them automatically, and even generates feedback. And finally, step three is about going way beyond just a simple score. The platform takes all that data and compiles it into what it calls a student performance matrix. This gives you these incredible, detailed reports, breaks things down by subject, and can even spot trends over time to suggest personalized ways for students to improve. So you can see, this isn't just about speed. It's about getting much deeper insights. And the platform is designed to be versatile, so it can handle a whole range of different test formats. In fact, it supports 6 different evaluation types. This means it can be tailored for all kinds of different assessments, which is super important for educators. Let's just look at 3 of the big ones here. You've got QPA, which is for those exams where students write their answers right on the question paper itself. Then there's QPM, which is your classic multiple choice exam. And then you have AFR, which tackles what's always been the hardest part of grading, those subjective, free response answers on separate sheets of paper. So the platform sounds impressive on paper, right? But the real test is what actual users think. Let's take a look at some of the testimonials from educators who've apparently put this system to the test. This first one from Dr. Sarah Johnson at Stanford really hits on the 2 main selling points. She says it transformed their grading, slashing the time from days down to hours, all while maintaining what she calls remarkable accuracy. Next up, Michael Chen from MIT. He's focusing on the data side of things. He mentions getting unprecedented insights into learning patterns and knowledge gaps. This ties right back to that performance matrix. It's not just about the grade, it's about understanding why a student got that grade. And I really like this final one because it comes from someone who admits they were skeptical. Dr. Emily Rodriguez from the University of California says she was impressed by the nuanced evaluation the system gave, even for really complex answers. That's often the biggest hurdle for AI grading, so that's a pretty strong endorsement. So when you put all of this together, what's the big picture? Well, the platform is basically framing itself as the next step in the evolution of educational assessment. The whole thing really boils down to 3 core promises. 1, instant evaluation, closing that painful feedback loop. 2, smart insights that go way beyond a simple number on a page. And 3, the ultimate goal, improved outcomes for teachers and, most importantly, for students. And this all leaves us with one final and pretty massive question to think about. This kind of technology isn't just a concept anymore. It's here. So as it gets better and more common, we have to ask, how is AI going to fundamentally change the entire relationship between teaching and testing? That's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.